I'm Greg Frew, sports chef guru, and welcome to the show. Busy day this weekend. We got college football, college basketball, NBA, NFL tomorrow, and we got a lot to talk about. So we're just going to go over little supplements today, mixed in, and we're gonna go over the games as well. I want to start off in college football today, since they play basically once a week. This afternoon, we're going to go into Baylor, and we're going to take Texas. This is a bit of a rivalry. Obviously, a bigger game for Baylor. They're laying 5 in this position, coming off a loss last week against Oklahoma. Pretty much knocked their chances out of being in the Final Four. So they are laying in this game. We like Texas in this position. Texas has been dominating this team over the years, and we're going to stay with that as well. This is probably a game that Texas wants to finish. They're 6-4 right now. They want to improve their bowl position. And again, there's some rivalry things going on in this game. So we're going to stay with the tradition and go with Texas in this spot. Obviously, we're getting points. We don't have to win. So we're going to stay with Texas. We're also going to go Pittsburgh's at Virginia Tech. Again, Virginia Tech this year has been playing well lately with their new quarterback. Again, Pittsburgh is trying to improve. They're both sitting at 7-3 right now. This is a really close game. They're not giving us many points in this game. They are giving us a field goal. I recommend you can buy that number up to 4. So we're going to go with Pittsburgh in this position again. They had to beat them last year, and we think in a close game with the number, we're going to take the edge with the team that has more tradition, at least for last year in this spot. Take the number in that game. We're going to move on up to Stanford in the Bay Area. This is a big rivalry game. Obviously, both of these teams are struggling. They're both trying to make a bowl. Again, Cal has doing a little bit better than Stanford this year. Stanford has had some injuries at quarterback, but the quarterback they have today should be able to get the job done in this position. The money line's sitting at about $1.50 right now, $1.70, $1.60. I recommend the money line in this spot. Get rid of these points. This will probably be a very close game. Stanford, again, has won this rivalry matchup. Again, we're going to stay with tradition in this position as well. We're going to take Stanford at home. They're fighting to get to a bowl. They need to win their last 2 games to reach a bowl. And Stanford has pretty good tradition, much better tradition than over at Cal. So we're going to go ahead and play the money line with Stanford as well. We're going to go, we have 2 late games tonight in college football. And actually, I'll go over the first one. Let's talk about Nevada at Fresno. If you saw the show last week, again, welcome to my new viewers. I've been handicapping for over 20 years. I've been helping consult people on how to make money betting sports. We put a lot of time into these games. You can see a lot of paperwork involved, hours on a day like this. There's hours and hours. You have to organize the plays, and you have to know what to look for. When you've been doing it as long as I have, me and my partner here, Mark, we know what to zero in on, and those are the positions we focus on. Those are the games we're giving to you. We bet all these plays as well. I don't release a play I don't have my own money on. I stand behind these picks. Let me be your sports handicapping coach. We're real excited about a big day like this. It is a lot of work, but there are a lot of plays. With that in mind, we do like Nevada tonight. Now it's 13.5 over at Fresno State. We're going to buy that up to 14, obviously 2 touchdowns. Nevada's in a better position. Fresno's struggling this year, and to cover 2 touchdowns, that's not going to be easy for them. They're struggling right now, this team. Again, we picked on them last week. We had San Diego State at home. They took care of business there. So, again, Nevada's the right position for that. And then we want to finish up with a late game. This is an 8 o'clock West Coast start, obviously later in the East Coast. But we like Hawaii in this spot. Hawaii's been a good team, and Hawaii, like most of college football, we like this position. They beat them in San Diego State last year, a place that's difficult to play. Now we get them back at home. Obviously, SDSU has a very good tradition over the last few years. So it's going to take a lot for Hawaii to win this game tonight, but it's not easy to travel out there. It'll be a late game. That's not a big deal. But Hawaii, again, we're going to take the tradition. I guess you could say the theme of our bets today are going to be more tradition, how the teams perform with them in the past. We're going to stay with that. We like these matchups with these spreads, and we're going to stay with that. So let me recap with you again real quick. This is college football. We're going to take Texas at Baylor, take the 5 in that game. Again, we need anything over a field goal. Overtime, we lose by a field goal, we win. Then we're going to go with Pittsburgh at Virginia Tech, a hot Virginia Tech team. But again, this team, we're hoping for some dominance from last year. A little advantage there. We'll take the points in this position as well. And then we're going to head out over to Stanford, and this is a huge rivalry game. We're going to take Stanford at home in this spot. It's a low number, but we're going to try to squeeze that money line. It's probably up to $1.60 right now. And we're going to take, going into Fresno, California, take Nevada. They've been very consistent this year. Nevada, strong team. They do have they've actually been flip-flopping. They've played up to 3 quarterbacks. They're winning with all of them. So we're going to stay with Nevada. We're going to take the 2 touchdowns. That's probably our best bet today in college football. 2 touchdowns on the road. Again, Fresno may not even make a bowl game this year. They do have to win out. So the odds makers are giving them a little more numbers because of that. And again, finishing up in Hawaii, we're going to take Hawaii at home as a pick 'em. Basically a pick 'em. Get rid of the money line. It's up down to 120. So the money's kind of moving in at San Diego State. We had San Diego State last week. We're going to flip that and take Hawaii. Let's move over to college basketball this afternoon. Couple small profile teams. And again, when I'm handicapping these games, I don't care if it's a big game, a big matchup, something everybody can watch on television. That's not how we make money. We make money by finding the best matchups. In this particular case, we have a 2 o'clock game at Rider. They're in the Metro Atlantic Conference. These are small schools you may not be familiar with. They are a pick 'em. They're playing in Connecticut against Columbia. Again, Columbia did cover against Syracuse. We had Syracuse the other day, lost by a hook. But this is just a straight-up pick-'em game. We don't have to lay any points. We're going to take Ryder in this position. Again, we like this matchup. And they're on a neutral site, so we're okay with that. They're not on the road. And we're going to take a Cal Baptist. They're in the WAC conference, the Western Athletic Conference. They're at home. They got a beautiful new arena there in Riverside, California. Some of you guys out there, my Facebook friends, are from that area. So welcome again, you guys. Thanks for all your support. We are going to take Cal Baptist. The money line in this position is minus 135, our latest number. So again, we want you to take that money line, get rid of those points. They should handle themselves. Georgia State, the team they're playing, is from the Sun Belt Conference. So they'll be ready for this game. They're off to a winning start. They're 3-2 this year. And so they're feeling good about themselves. They're hosting this tournament. And again, it's always better to be at home when you're hosting a tournament. And they're letting Cal Baptist be at home. They won yesterday. They didn't cover, but they did win. So we're going to come right back with them. They're at home. They're comfortable there. We want to, real quick, I want to talk about some supplements. Then we'll get to the NBA. I take this collagen every day. I shared that with you on my show. This MSM is good for your digestion. I take it on a daily basis. This is super beet pollen honey. This is a superfood. Again, this is very important especially when you're not feeling well. I've been taking it lately. Had a little bit of congestion. This is it's winter time right now, so we got to take extra care of ourselves. These supplements will help you do that. Turmeric's great for arthritis. Again, it helps with your digestion. I have arthritis. I played sports growing up a lot. This is ghee butter, very good alternative to butter and oil. It's grass-fed, so the cows are grass-fed, another clean product. This is a good product to use. This is a superfood powder. If you're not getting enough vegetables in your diet, mix this in with your shakes. I usually mix the collagen, the green superfood, and the turmeric in a glass. And I like to use this water. Water is very important. Stick with purified water. It's better to use the spring water from one than the same source. This is bottled out of Arkansas. This is a good product. I always pick this up at my natural grocer. Aminos are great, again, for the gut, for the bones, the joints. This is great for the magnesium. It's really good for your joints as well. And again, fish oil tablets. These are all, these particular supplements are regulated. These are higher quality supplements, so they're screened. The ingredients they use are of a higher quality, so you don't have to worry about contamination or a bad product. These are regulated, not federally regulated, but they are put through a much more stringent procedure. Again, vitamin D is great. Real quickly, I drink, this is Vita Coco. I drink this every day. It's a basic organic coconut water. I don't drink sodas. I don't drink any of those Gatorades or any of that. This is great. It's got electrolytes in it, just like they talk about other products. Nutrients, it's a clean food. I drink about 2 of these a day. And there's about 20 grams of sugar per drink, but this is clean food, so there's no added sugar. This is only sugar from the coconut itself. Again, instead of, you can eat peanuts on their own, but I like to eat peanut butter. This is freshly ground from Natural Grocer. This is a good product, beet kraut as well. I eat this with all my meals. It helps with the digestion as well. And again, eat a lot of fruit and vegetables raw. I like to eat organic or regular bananas with peanut butter. That's a great snack, tastes good, like a dessert, really, in a way. And again, this organic sour cream has a lot of probiotics. Probiotics are big for me because I have gut issues, and it helps with digestion. I just want to wrap it up here with the NBA. We have a couple teams that have played yesterday, and we're going to try and take advantage of them playing yesterday, having to travel. First game is we're going to take the Knicks at home. You know, the Knicks they always have a good crowd there, especially on the weekend, and they'll be ready for this team. You know, the Spurs have lost, I think, 9 in a row, right, Mark? 8, 9 in a row. They're struggling a lot. The Knicks are feeling a little good about themselves. They've been picking up lately. They beat Dallas twice. So we're gonna stay. We're actually getting 2.5. You can buy that number to 3. So you want to take the Knicks at home. And then we had Oklahoma City yesterday. I didn't shoot a show, but I was, for you people who took my card in the sports book, you know I had Oklahoma City. They were getting the points against the Lakers. They got there. So we're going to come back with Memphis because the Lakers have to travel from Oklahoma City over here to Memphis. Grizzlies lost earlier in the year to them. They're getting 7.5. That's a big number for a team that has to travel the very next day across country. So just to recap, in the NBA, we're going to take the Knicks at home, take the 2.5, buy it to 3. And again, take the Grizzlies against the Lakers. You can even buy that to 8. That's even getting more points. So we have all 3 sports going. College basketball, to a late game there. Cal Baptist at night. Ryder in the afternoon. I already went over the football. Again, let me be your sports handicapping coach. There's a lot of work. There's probably 3 hours worth of work here that we do for you. We break these games down so it's easy for you to follow, easy for you to play. Come back tomorrow for the NFL and the other games. I'll help you win tomorrow too. Maybe we'll have time to cook something for you guys tomorrow. Thank you for coming on my show today. Our motto is simple. We're going to change this world one good bet and one good meal at a time. See you tomorrow.